Being an artist these days is hard enough. We've got generative AI, we've got scammers, and we also have to keep up with trends. For me, though, the worst part was always trying to build an audience on whatever platform I was on at the time. Because we all know that the more following we have, the more chances we get to peddle our wares. Like these Asterion stickers. Aren't they beautiful? Anyway. The best place for me to post about my commissions or say that the Etsy store has been updated has always been Instagram. This gaudy hellhole ruled over by Zuckerberg.
Looking good, Turner!
Dinkelberg
is where I get all of my clients, and that can be the case for you too. And I'm gonna tell you how. Number 1, you have to post reels. Yes, this sucks. But it's a fact that you need to post reels to grow. This is primarily how I got my following. It came from posting 6 to 10 seconds of something I'm drawing just by screen recording it on my iPad and editing it in CapCut. You see, the trick is you ask a question in the video. All you have to do is overlay some text on the screen and you'll get engagement. It can be anything from what's your artist ick to what are you gonna be for Halloween, wrong answers only. It's a strange phenomenon that I've only ever seen replicated on Instagram, not on YouTube Shorts, not on TikTok, not anywhere else, just Instagram. When people comment, it boosts the video in its algorithm and pushes it out to more people, thus gaining you new followers. I don't know if this is applicable to literally any other niche, but I've been posting like this since January, every day, once a day, and went from 500 followers to 8.7k. I know it can be hard to record videos while also going to school, working and doing art, but even if you have 20 minutes, you can record something and edit it. You can, it just takes a little effort. CapCut is a free software. You can get it on your phone and on your computer. It's all I've ever used and even has a bunch of cool tools to make your videos look nice. You might grow slower than me if you don't have the ability to post every day, but you'll still grow. I can guarantee you that. Just make sure you're getting engagement in the form of comments. I have found that the more polarizing topic in the art community, the better, or the more funny the question, the better. Now, there's a second part to this that is incredibly important, and every time I tell people this, they kind of just nod and don't listen. Use trending audios. Don't just slap something on there. The sounds are trending for a reason. Paired with a silly question that gets people talking, your reel will get a lot of views, I'm telling you. I don't know how it works, but it's what worked for me. All you have to do is click on a sound, hit that little arrow, and it'll give you a list of all the trending audios on Instagram. Just pick one and you'll be golden. If you're worried that the audio you picked doesn't fit your video, you could try going through your Reels tab and see which sounds are trending within the niche Insta has decided you fit in. 2. Consistency is key. Look at your analytics. They're not hard to access at all, and if you've got a few followers, it'll tell you all you need to know. If you don't, well, that just means the world is your oyster. For example, I have a lot of American followers or those that are up during the night, so I post in between 6 to 9 p.m. on weekdays. Usually I don't post on the weekend just because I like to give myself time off from my job, but a lot of social media sites get heavy traffic on the weekends, so it might be a good time to post then as well if you really want to. The reason why I say all this is that you need a consistent posting schedule. There's a scheduling feature within Instagram, even on mobile, so you don't have an excuse really to not be posting on the same day at the same time. What I would suggest is look at when your audience is online, post at the beginning of that time period on the same day every week, at least once a week. Don't post multiple times a day unless you're posting a reel and a regular photo post. Otherwise, it looks like spam. 3. Hashtags. The type of hashtags you use is also really important. Don't use generic or broad terms when tagging your art. I say this because there are blacklisted tags on Instagram like commissions open and just art because it contains a lot of spam posts from bots. Why they don't just flush these tags is beyond me, but it's best not to use them. So far, the safe tags I've been posting in for literal months are digital art, digital artist, digital illustration, illustration art, fantasy illustration, speed paint, whip art, sketch art, and various fandom tags if the piece is fan art related. This will make sure that your posts are coming across accounts that regularly look at art. 4. Content/niche. All right, here's the thing. One of the big reasons I've gotten as many followers as I have is because I participate in a lot of fandom spaces that are mainstream or have a lot of people in them. That includes Baldur's Gate, D&D, and Dragon Age. Those are literally my top 3. with Baldur's Gate being the biggest draw to my account. It's fine if you're not into fan art or larger fandom spaces. Lots of people on Instagram also post their original character art or post general art with no real fandom tag to them, but they do require you to be super engaging if you want to make those your topics. Keep in mind that you might grow a little slower if you post only OC art without any context and or trending fandom. It's just how it is, I'm so sorry. 5. Best practices. These are just a handful of miscellaneous things that I do, but I don't really want to give them their own section. It just didn't make any sense. So comment on other people's posts, especially your mutuals. Fostering a community is a good way to get a larger following and also friends. Post your story. As much as people don't always check stories, some still do, and engaging with your audience through questions or posting silly memes in your stories is a good way to get people interested in you. Be aware that there are a lot of spam accounts on Instagram. Not every company or supposed client that messages you will be a real person. There's commission scams literally everywhere. Just be careful, and if they're asking weird questions, just block them. And above all, be patient. You're not going to instantly grow your following in a week unless you're a prodigy in art or something, but even then, you're incredibly unlikely to have millions of followers after posting once. It takes time, even a few months. If you're consistent and understand how a platform works though, you'll get there. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully this helps you understand Instagram and its ever cryptic nature. I know social media is a stressful topic, and we live in a terrible society of generative AI and horrible corporations that want to rule our lives. But we artists can certainly thrive, and we will be here much longer than generative AI and thieves. If you enjoy my content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you super like my content, consider becoming a patron or even a channel member. Helps me be able to put on the heating for all 3 of my cats and my beloved husband. Gotta love the deep, dark cold of the winter season. You can find all of my socials down in the description below, as well as a link to my second channel, which is a gaming channel all about lore and icebergs and various topics. It's called The Game Saint. Just remember, don't look in your attic. I've got a meeting with the Elder Gods, and they're planning on launching their own social media site to find more followers, and I've got to be the one to tell them that that's more than just a little bit sketchy. Wish me luck, because we all know the more following this happens. Stop it. I'm an artist. Thank you to Jacques, Herald of the Dark Roast, Meg, Exarch of the Golden Egg, High Artisan Anonymous Bee, Great Alpha Wolf Squilliam William, Nairuz, Seer of Rosy Mercy, Ghost, Infernal Collector of the Damned, Golden Paladin Court, Isabella, Redeemer of Bad Himbos, Keeper of the Lapin Warren, Robin, Most Royal of all the Rats, Ethereal Consort of House Vicarian, Fungal Sovereign Taz, Exalted Curator Wick, the Under-Elf of Delphinia, Paragon of Starlight, an impossible amount of rat babies, Divine Herald Jordan, Estrella, Sage of the Outer Realms, Wretched Sauce of House Worcestershire, Champion Pallypunk of the Immortal Valley, Tailor of Macabre Coney Livery, Eternal Apostle Austin, the Contingent of Fables, the Eminence of Light, Bunny, Exarch of the Ornate Tomb, Harley the Sanguinous, Grand Overlord Silas, Being of Exalted Sunlight, Delegate of Clan Latineurs, Eternal Consul Puja, High Magi Katie, the Herald of Wrens, Knight Susan of the Milkiest Order, Great Seer Clare, and Sir Matthew, Guardian of the Preserved Apiary.